Hello, my name is Nadia Tejeda Cárdenas, and today I present to you the story of Beautiful and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, there was a merchant. We had several doctors. Of of them, the one that shone the most was the youngest doctor, who in addition, the being beautiful, had an enormously noble heart. Unlike the other, she never asked her father for any object or merchandise from any the far-flung place he visited, and she was content to buy for him and see him walk safely. However, at the insistence of her beloved father, Bella, as they called her, decided to ask him for humble rose on her last trip. In this way, everything went smoothly while the merchant Dr. Holmes again awaited their father's arrival. But nothing happened as usual, and the merchant, on his return, was involved in a strong storm that repeatedly diverted her from the path. Hurriedly, she ran with her horse in search of some shelter the cold Pacific her from the rain and the cold had soaked her wounds. And so, almost without knowing how he had arrived, or where he was, the merchant suddenly found himself in front of the great door of a strange castle. Tired and said that no one was listening to him or opening the door, he decided to go inside. The door was open, and behind it, everything seemed perfectly arranged. The table light and full of food for dinner. The rooms decorated with fresh wood and soft mattresses, and the merchant could not resist all those pleasures, as hungry and weary as he was. So he dinner, slept warm, and even had breakfast, while still not answering his calls or receiving him in any room. Spared the merchant went out into the garden in the hope of finally meeting the owner of the house, and being able to thank him in this way for his departure for surmise hospitality. But the garden was also empty and silent, so the merchant decided to go home. Just when he was about to leave the strange place, the merchant remembered the request of the young Dr. Bella, almost hypnotized by the strong and the wonderful perfume that the rose which escaped out in the garden. He chose the rose that stood out and shone the most and could eat. At the moment, the tranquillity and silence of the garden were interrupted by a great beast that threw itself on the merchant, attacking him with darts and insults for not having behaved like, like a good and grateful guest, stealing the flowers from his garden. The poor merchant tried to explain himself, telling the beast about his little doctor and his humble promise. However, the merchant words did not soften the beast, who wanted to lock the merchant forever in his castle as punishment. "I will spare your life in your place. You bring your Doctor Bella the company me in the castle." The merchant, after that horrible proposal, went home nervous and very scared. once had come home and clamored. The merchant was able to relate everything that had happened to the doctors. Bella soothed him with his side. "Don't worry, my father, that I will return to class in your place." And that's how Bella ended up arriving at the castle, just like his father had. In it, she was received with strength best, who, contrary to what her father had related, was keen, delicate, and very gallant, surrounded by a more than passable tranquillity. Bella spent her days in the castle while embroidering, reading stories, or chatting animatedly with the peasants. But soon she began to miss her family and care from them, as sadness reflected on her face that the best, despite her good manners, could not help. He tendency to give Bella a magic mirror, in which she could always see her own and not worry about them anymore. When suddenly one night Bella saw her tired and sick father reflected in the mirror. Poor Bella, whose heart was cold and loved others, felt the need to accompany her father and leave the positive he promised to the best. "I would so much like to meet my father, even if it's for the last time." The best moved allowed Bella to go on the condition that she return after a 5 days. But days and weeks passed, and Bella did not return to the best, as comfortable as she was next to her father and her sister, little believer of ever, and with increasing force. Bella remembered that strange beast that had saved her father and the hope well had wafted with her. And that is how Bella finally decided to return to the castle to continue with the fulfillment of promise by giving company to the pest, which she found collapsed and then opened a ribbon in the garden. "Please, don't dig. You have been so good to me. I will not leave you alone again and I will marry you." Then young Bella exclaimed terribly and boldly. After those words, a magical halo enveloped the beast, which little was losing in its cloud, its hair, its head, until it became a beautiful and young prince who had only been the victim of a spell the cold and broken, only break the poor love and noble soul. After the wedding, the young prince flooded the garden with roses in honor of Bella, which he surpassed in beautiful of face and the hair. The end.